Yo man, what's good YouTube, man? It's your boy Klutxh&mainee coming at y'all with another story time. And it been a minute since the last one, so y'all boys know I gotta get lit with this one. I'm about to tell y'all boys about when I skipped school for that. Man, play my intro. We gonna take this back to my 11th grade year, man. So I was riding a bus with Klutxh one day, and I was like, bro, I gotta talk to this girl right here. I gotta complete the mission. He was like, shit, you might as well. He went to dropping some knowledge on my head about her, and I was like, bet. See, this girl, she used to show me signs that she really wanted to fuck me, cause she used to stare at me and shit, and she used to always like try to be by me on the bus, but she would never talk to me. So she found my Instagram about 3 days later, and then that's when I followed her back, and she did that little talk to me shit, and I was like, bruh, she know what she doing, she want me to slide, really. So I slid, and I was like, text. So we went to texting type shit. I say about a couple of days later, this girl posted on her story she was at her boyfriend shit. So I'm like, ooh, that's crazy. You was acting like you fucked with me, but the whole time you had a boyfriend. That is fucking crazy. I wasn't really tripping about it. She wasn't my girl. I wasn't heartbroken about this shit. I was like, bro, fuck your boyfriend. I'm still gonna complete this mission in my mind. So I see a week pass, and her boyfriend having problems and shit. So she was falling back on me, like she was treating me really like a fallback option. But I was like, bro, I really don't give a fuck. I'm trying to do what I gotta do. So she broke up with that nigga. So he got up out the way, and we went to texting and shit more and more, getting more closer. And I was like, shit, one day you might as well let me come to your shit. So one day after school, I dropped my shit off after I got out the bus, and then I went to her shit, cause her shit was right around the corner from my house. And then she was locked out her shit. That's the crazy thing. She was locked out her house. And then I went to just talking to her for about 30 minutes. It was really dry as a fuck. It wasn't really nothing, cause she was nervous and shit. So I gave her a hug and went home. That shit was really like rinse and repeat for the same days. And I wasn't really trying to like push the issue, cause I didn't want her to think like, oh, this nigga just wanna, complete the mission and get the fuck on. So I was like acting like I fuck with her, cause at the time I just wanted to, do what I had to do and get her up out the way. But I see like another week passed, so like I see we was about 2 or 3 weeks in, and I was like, man, you might as well let me come in your shit, man. So she was like, alright, my dudes get out about 5 or 6, so you could really come in my shit. So one day after school, I get in her shit, and I'm like talking to her and shit, and I walk to her room, and then she locking the door up and shit, and bruh, she come, and I look in her room, bruh, her motherfucking door off the hinges. This motherfucker had a portable door, cause like this motherfucker picked that bitch up and sat that bitch back on the hinges. I'm like, oh shit, what I done got myself into. But I let that shit slide, cause I was like, man, I don't really give a fuck about none of that shit. So we talking and cooling and shit. 20 minutes later, I did what I had to do, and I had made up a reason for me having to slide, so I slid. So we was texting and shit more and more. Like every day it was just that same process, me going to her shit, doing what I had to do. Like it was just a rinse and repeat type shit, and we just was getting closer and closer and shit. Nobody could really tell that we was fucking with each other. We was low with that shit, and I was like fucking with her for real, but I wasn't trying to date her type shit. I wasn't really on none of that. So we gonna take this shit to the day where I skipped school. So this day, man, I just woke up and I was like, man, I really don't feel like going to school. Like that school shit dead today, but I couldn't like stay home because my grandma was going trip about this shit because my grandma was real heavy on us going to school and shit. So I was like, I got dressed and I left the house like I was going to school. So I left the door unlocked though, and my grandma was still asleep in the morning time when we go to school. So I left out that shit, walked around the neighborhood, and he came back home. So the crazy thing is, my grandma was up. So I walked in the laundry room, and she happened to came in the laundry room, and I hid behind something. So my big tall ass hid behind something. I thought she seen me. I was like, oh fuck, I'm done for. She didn't see me though, and she didn't hear me, so that was the good thing. I was about to say like, damn, I fucked myself up. So like, she left out the laundry room, she went back in her room type shit. And then I just got up out the house because I was like, man, if I stay in here, she gon' find out I'm in this bitch. So I left out the house, walked up to this little lake. Like, we had a lake at the top of our neighborhood. So I walked up there. I'm just chilling. I'm like, man, I'm about to tell this girl to dip from school. So I'm texting her. I'm like, bro, you might as well leave school. You might as well leave school type shit. And she was down for it. She was like, alright, how I get out? Like, she was really scared, but she was down for it. She was like, alright, how I'ma get out? Like, what if they catch me? I was like, man, you good, bro. I done did this shit before. You might as well dip. So she was like, alright. So she got up out the school. I'm chilling at the lake, and I come see her, and we just talking at the lake for a minute. And then I was like, let's go to your shit. So she was like, I can't go to my shit because my stepdad did. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. So I was like, shit, make up an excuse. But I didn't know what excuse to give her as. But I was like, man, make up an excuse. So she was like, alright, I got something in my head. So she told her mom, she had said, Mom, I'm going home because my period came on, and I'm about to go home to get some pads, and I'm about to go right back to the school. And her mom was like, alright, make sure you go back to the school type shit. So we walked to her shit. I'm like walking behind her because dude was on the porch. So when we got there, this nigga was on the porch, but he didn't see me. So she walked in the house, and then he walked in the house, and then he walked in the room type shit, and she act like she got some pads, then walked back out the house like she told that nigga buying shit, like she was really leaving the house. So she closed the door, and then she like left, but she didn't close it all the way. She like left a crack in the shit. So she had told me to come on. So I ran in the house, and then I walked in her room, and she put the motherfucking door back up, and then she had to put a basket behind that shit so the door wouldn't fall back down. So we just cooling in her house, be cooling in her shit, and I'm just sitting down. And then shit happened. We did what we had to do, man. But we had to be low with that shit, because if this nigga would have heard us, he would have came in there, and I don't even know what the fuck would have happened. But we was just chilling, and her mom had called her, and she was like, you back in school? And she was like, yeah. She was like, you sure you back in school? She was like, yeah. And then she went to talking to me, and she was like, I think we should leave. And I was like, wow, what's going on? And she was like, cause my mama questioning me. I'm thinking she finna come home. So I was like, alright. She was really on some paranoid shit. So we left her house, and we walking around the neighborhood. We walked up to the basketball court. We went to shooting baskets and shit. This was probably around 12 going to 1 o'clock. And that's when her mom was like, you sure you at school? And she started getting nervous and shit. So the whole time, cuz this girl mama went up to the school and was asking like, is she in school? They called her name on the intercom and shit, and she wasn't there. Like, she embarrassed the fuck out of her. I was like, ooh, shit, that's crazy. But she didn't know at the time till she got home. So that day ride out, like the school day, so we got out of school at 2:30, so that shit had rolled out, and we was like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen when I get home. I don't know if my mama know. I don't know, like, she didn't really know nothing in her head. So she had got home and shit, and her mama had told her that she went to the school, like what I just told y'all. And then she was like, damn. So her mama didn't really want to hear what she was talking about. So she had made up another lie out the fly, and she was like, Okay, the real reason why I left school is because I was getting bullied type shit, and I guess her mama believed her, and then she went to texting me type shit. And that shit was really crazy. But I went home. Shit, my grandma didn't know I skipped school. My mama didn't know, like, bruh, all that shit just nobody ever knew, and that shit was really something light, bruh. But shit, make sure y'all boys like, comment, and subscribe, man. And I'm out. Peace.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.